All right, welcome to another episode of the new SEC Football Dynasty, and we're getting ready to do a little recap of Week 2. And as you can see, we got Central Tennessee looking at their stats against Memphis, as this game wasn't even close. The Owls came to play, and mostly looking at their defensive stats, as they, whew, man, sacks, interception, tackle for losses. It was just a total destruction. So, man, I was like, wow, man, the Owls is really playing some real ball. And now we have the game between the Bulldogs of GMC. They took on Georgia Tech. This was a closer game. Georgia Tech pulled away towards the end, but Bulldogs got off to a great start. My man here with 11 tackles. You know he came to play. And Oz with 8, Witt with 7. And they started off throwing the ball a little bit, and then it kind of fell back into their normal mode, and Georgia Tech was able to pull off at the end. All right, and then the next game, Northeast Alabama taking on Michigan State, and this game was just a rout. Well, honestly, the defense played good enough to keep them in it, but the offense didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. They didn't score. They didn't do anything. I think they got a pick 6. The defense did. Everson right here with the 38-yard return on the interception, and that was it. That was all the scoring that they got, I believe. And then we have Alabama Tech against UAB. UAB was game early in this one. They was making things a little difficult for the Generals, but the Generals was able to pull it out. They started to pull away like the first half, and then the second half they just had complete control of the game. They almost lost it towards the end, but by that time it was too little, too late for the Blazers. Nobody really stood out on the defense. Allen got a sack and some tackle for losses. And then Sharp there got that weird, crazy, funky looking interception. So that was good. Then we have Florida A&T taking on Florida Atlantic. And Florida A&T, man, 0-2, man, they are struggling, if I'm saying that right. So part of the problem is they really can't get their running game going. And they got a pancake. Wow. Pancakes are hard to come by in this dynasty for some reason. Well, at least for our team so far. Chill with 8 tackles, and Militant with 3 tackles for losses and 2 sacks. So, but they just can't get their running game going. And then you got Shiloh taking on Texas State, and this one came all the way down to the last play of the game, as Texas State had a shot to win the game. But Shiloh been playing some really good defense, but their offense been struggling. Even though Harper Free been getting some getting good numbers, but they just can't seem to turn a lot of it into points. But like you said, their defense is playing well. This dude right here with 13 tackles, solo tackles too. That guy's all over the field. And then the Gunman got 3 sacks. So like you said, man, offense been struggling, defense been keeping them in games. sometimes that's what you need when your offense isn't playing that well. Your defense have to pick it up and keep it keep the score low, and maybe you still have a shot. All right, so we got a KCU had a big game against Fresno State. As you see, John had 317 yards passing. He didn't do well running the ball, and he was sacked a few times also. But the running game for the Knights is like not there. Peters, 7 catches, 135 yards, a touchdown. Lee was 77 yards, 6 catches. Jacks, 59, but not bad overall receiving for. But look at the number of sacks. Oof. 7 sacks. See, that's how you get a quarterback broke up before the end of the season. Defense is still playing well. I mean, they only gave up like 10 points, I think. Yeah, they only gave up about 10 points, so not bad. A lot of sacks against the Bulldogs of Fresno State. And an interception, Wheeler with the interception. So it was all around great effort by the Knights. And then the same thing with the Cottonmouths, 259 yards by that Lynn kid. Talking about making an impact, coming in as I think he's the only new starter in the league in the conference, and he's been getting it done. Till with 94 yards receiving, and a touchdown. And the tight end there, punt pending with a touchdown. So, and the defense is just, their defense is playing very well. They got about 3 interceptions. Not a lot of sacks, but they do get tackled for losses. Burnoff here with 9 tackles, Alt with the 8, McCall with 7. So yeah, overall, man, they looking good. Leah had a pick 6 that got called back. You know, he had to be upset about that one. And then you had Texas A&M taking on our Rangers of Northeast Texas State, and what was a close game. Blake had a pretty decent game. There was a couple of mistakes, into the second half that eventually cost the team. But the fact that Reyes couldn't run, I mean, he got no yards for rushing. That was a big no right there. You got to get his yards, man. But Texas A&M just wasn't gonna let the Rangers run the ball. It was like it just was not going to happen. So had to get a little one-dimensional, and that's a recipe for disaster. The defense played very well. Palmer with a couple of sacks. Alfred here with a pick 6 for what gave him the second lead, really. And overall, the defense played very well. So it looked like they're getting better. And now the Blue Raider Bowl has Mississippi Tech trying to regain the name Blue Raiders. And Anderson, the coach's son, who's a wide receiver, came in through 7 passes, all 7 complete, 129 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Not bad. And really helped the team. Got a MVP, really helped the team win this game. Madison struggled a little bit throwing the ball, but he did rush for a touchdown. And look at that, Blue with a 33 yards, a touchdown. 87 yards by the halfback Red there. And then the rest was cold, light. They all got touchdown passes, receptions. So, and got a couple of pancakes. So it was all around good effort, good game. This rivalry is gonna be going back and forth for a long time. Buck Nasty with 8 tackles, 3 for loss, a sack. Man with 8 tackles, got him an interception. Raider with 7 tackles, got him a tackle for loss. So the defense really lived up to what they were supposed to have done last season, and that is kick butt. So hey, when your offense is playing well, your defense is playing well, you can't do nothing but win, right? So great job by the Blue Raiders of Mississippi Tech, and they'll be playing each other again next year to see who can get to be the Blue Raiders. Anyway, Gulfport, not a good showing. 3 interceptions by Lowe, even though he threw for 274, 46 attempts. Whew. Throw the ball a lot, but they have no running game. And that seemed to be the thing for a number of teams, as they tried to develop a running game, but it's just not happening. Tom's with 10 catches, Mir with 6 catches, but neither one of them can get in the end zone. So this was a tough game for them, losing to the Raging Cajuns. The defense played well. Once again, the defense played well enough to keep them in the game, but it's the offense that just couldn't punch it in. And this is like supposed to be one of the high scoring offenses in the conference, but didn't show up today. All right, then as you can see, the Manatees, Olsen, 452 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. But he threw 3 interceptions against Hawaii. And Underwood got 115 yards rushing. Harrell, the rookie, the freshman, 8 catches, 271 yards receiving. 33.8 yards per catch, 3 touchdowns. This guy is a beast. And Page pitched in for a touchdown. So did how you say Toft. So hey, Manatees looking good. Defense played well enough. They gave up quite a bit, 411 yards passing to the Hawaii quarterback, but Mondale got a sack, Tippett got a sack, so they played well enough. So we're looking at the standings so far. We got Alabama Tech and Louisiana A&M both still unbeaten. Gulfport and Shiloh and Mississippi Tech are 1-1, and Northeast Texas State with no wins yet. Over in the East, Central Tennessee is 2-0. We got Georgia Military College, Key West, KCU, both 1-1. Florida A&T and Northeast Alabama have yet to win a game, as Northeast Alabama is the worst scoring team so far in the conference. And now we're looking at the Heisman, and none of our players is up for the Heisman so far. And now we're looking at the player of the week. We got Rich Unger from Shiloh, and we got Harrell from the Mighty Manatees. Very good, very well done, you guys. Rex 8 tackles, 1 for loss, a sack, and a forced fumble, and a 16-13 win. And Harrell over here in a 42-24 win, 8 catches, 271, 3 touchdowns. All right, so we're looking at the week 3's schedule. Gulfport will be playing Mississippi State. State game. We got Florida A&T playing against Florida International. We got KCU taking on Oklahoma. That's going to be a good one. We got South Alabama taking on Alabama Tech. We got Key West going to Miami. Another state game there. We got another one here. Arkansas State taking on Shiloh Christian. And we got Northeast Texas that's going to come visit the Cottonmouths of Louisiana A&M. Connecticut is visiting Georgia Military. Northeast Alabama will be going out to Wyoming. Ooh, wow. That's a nice trip for you. Central Tennessee will be heading for Vanderbilt up in Nashville. And that's going to be a wild one. And then you got Mississippi Tech is going to Iowa. So already played Iowa State. Now they get ready to play Iowa. And then Northeast Texas State will be heading for Texas. Oh boy, that's going to be another wild one. So that's it. Hey, thanks for watching. We appreciate you, and we see you in the next episode of the new SEC.